Doo-doo-doo. Hi. Hello, everybody. Hello. I am here. I am coming at you with a new live. I'm very excited to be here. Admittedly, though, I am exhausted. I am very tired. I have had a very full day, but it's been a great day, and I am really happy I got to do some of the things I did. The thing that made it not so great, though, was that I did have a dental appointment, and I do find I hate going only because I have a jaw dislocation right back in here, and it is always extremely painful for me to have to go sit there with my mouth hanging open for that long. Um, so just to explain that a little bit better, there's a piece of tissue back where your jaw meets the rest of your facial structure, and that's meant to kind of blanket the movement there. On me, this side dislocates, and it hurts. It hurts a little bit. Um, so yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm feeling a little bit better now because it didn't. It wasn't that bad, but it did. It did get sore in the moment, so I had to be a little bit more aware of where it was putting food, especially if I ate. So um, there's that. But the thing that made it really cool today was that I got to hang out with my nephew and my dad, and we went to go see the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie. I thought it was really good. I don't have any issues admitting that I enjoyed that movie. It's a movie made for kids, and maybe don't take a 6-year-old to see it. Maybe wait until they're a little bit older than 6. Because there's a couple of swear words in there that I wasn't expecting, but they weren't excessive, but they're in there. So if that's something you're concerned with your child hearing, just keep that in mind. It was really good, and I liked. Let me put it to you like this. I'm trying to think of how to say it without the spoilers. There's some interesting character development that a few of the characters go through, and I think that is special and really cool that I got to take part in. So, and I'm glad my nephew really enjoyed it. So that's a good thing to see. So, yeah, that's my day. I've also been reading a lot too, and I would like to recommend. This is my recommendation. This is The Last Call at the Nightshade Lounge. This one's fun. I enjoyed this one quite a lot, just because it's fun. Also, no spoilers, but basically, this girl's fresh out of college. She needs a job, and she kind of stumbles her way into some behind the scenes of reality stuff. If you will take my meaning, I'm not going any further, and you'll have to check it out for yourself if you want to know more. But my next read is going to be by Billy Idol. Fun fact about me, Billy Idol is one of my favorite musicians, and I'd like to know more about how he got to where he was in his career and what went down with him in his life. So I think he is still alive. I think he's still performing, but I'm going to be reading this book next. So wish me luck on that. Okay. And of course, me being me, I have a bunch of other books that I want to get to, but we're not going to name any of those right now because we are here to do readings for you guys. This is going to be readings for your Zodiac sign. So if you have any placements, and I'll tell you what sign I'm reading for, but if you know your birth chart and you have placements in any of these signs, hopefully there's a message for you. There will be a message for you, I guarantee it, because you will find it when you are meant to find it. All of my links are listed in the description, as well as my commission page and my tip jar are linked in the chat. I'm pointing over here. And the chat box should appear in replay if I've set my screen up correctly. But this video will be saved for replay at the end as well. So stay tuned for that. If you are watching after live, thank you. I appreciate you. If you are watching in live, I appreciate you as well. Thank you so much for joining me. And yeah, this readings are meant for you and you are meant to find them. So here we go. We're just going to start at the top of the list, Aries. We're starting with you, my friends. So let's get going here. Okay. So, Aries, we're going to start with a oracle reading for each of your signs, each of the signs on the list. I'm going to get the basic energy and see what we need to see for you. Okay. And as I said, this one is for you, Aries. So let's see how this goes. So to start with your oracle, we have protection. This asks you to call back your power, cut the cords, and do some soul retrieval for yourself. Okay. So there's protection. We have the new moon in Gemini. Communication is key. Right. Okay, there it is. And we have Andara and Palladium. This represents adoration, wonder, and inner fire. Okay, as I understand, Aries are part of the fire element, so I like that this is mentioning an inner fire. Aries, there's something really inspiring you to move forward, to get to gain something from exploration. Okay, and I'm getting here from this wonder element of this card here. I do think there is some fear, a little bit of fear that's holding you back, which doesn't track right in my mind, because Aries, you can be very bold, very passionate, very much about like, yeah, I'm going to go do this thing. Remember that you have this inner fire here. There is some fear that you're not going to be understood in whatever this venture is for you, because you're not sure how to tell people what it is that you want to do. Okay. And whether you're not so this is Gemini, whether or not you have conflicting thoughts about what you want to do, or whether you feel like your sense of, or your ability to communicate what it is you want to do is kind of hampered by things happening all at once. There are things that are telling me that you're safe. Okay, you are safe, you are protected, and whether or not you realize it, part of this is going to be cutting the cords of that confusion and that frankly, that lack mentality. I think part of this fear is that you're going to use a resource you have a limited amount of, and then you'll permanently lose it. And this is what's this is what's holding you back. I think you've been placed in that mentality by your conditioning. And in this regard, you're being asked to call back some of your own personal power and cut the cords of this lack mentality so that you can, so you really can move forward on what it is that's bringing you this inner fire. Okay. Again, this aspect of exploration is coming in here, and there's something you're genuinely desperate to get to. Okay, there's a piece of information you want. Something is telling me you do want to move forward, but because of fear, because of being conditioned into feeling lacking, if you do this, there's something holds you back. Okay, let's see what it is. Let's see how we can use it. Let's see what we need to see about this so we can help get you on your way, because you know what, you deserve to explore what makes you wonder and what lights your fire. Okay, so let's see here. We're going to start, let's see here. Okay, all right, so we actually had a couple cards fly out of the deck here, Aries. You have the Star in reverse. Okay. Yeah. The Star in reverse, you have the Sun. Okay. And you have the Magician. Okay. If you were ever questioning whether or not you should go forward with this thing, you need to stop. Okay, please stop, because you already have the capability. Because you're an Aries, of course you do. I think if any one of these signs were to get the Magician, then yeah, that capability is there. Okay. But you also have the clarity. You innately are clear about what it is that you want to do. Okay. You have it. You have what it takes. Okay. But you've lost, there's something in this that you lost sight of. And I think your voice has been what is lost here. Okay. Your ability to navigate for yourself has been put down. Okay. And I think there's people in your space that don't necessarily want for your success as much as you want it. And that's made you lose sight of the fact that you already have your Magician energy and your Sun energy. Okay. Yeah, this is going back to your protection card. This is exactly the reason why we're seeing this protection card here, because in order to find your sight again, your clarity, it's never been gone. I don't think that's ever been gone. But in order to find the path again, cutting the bonds that are holding you back is what's going to get the Star back upright. Okay. But even if this isn't, even if this Star card is upside down, is in reverse right now, you still have a way of moving forward. Okay. And eventually this will come right side up. Okay. There's that. Okay. What's interesting here is cutting the bonds, going back to this protection here. There's some chains on you that don't need to be there. Okay. yeah, there really is some chains on you that don't need to be attached to you. And if this is something you're wondering about how to do, remember your sun and remember your magician. You already have the capability of cutting it off and saying, yeah, you're not whatever this lack fear thing that I mentioned before. No, you have the power to cut it off and say whatever to whoever, if especially if it's an internal naysayer, external naysayer. Let's try that again. If this is someone outside of you, you have the power to tell them, well, you don't know what I want, and you don't know what I'm capable of doing. You don't know that I'm clear about what I intend to do. This is what you're cutting off. Okay? This is what you're cutting off. And I think, in fact, I know that you're doing this in a way that is controlled, that is understanding. I do think there's a sense of open-mindedness here, because at one hand you might have someone in your space saying, well, it's scary, it's dangerous, whatever this is you're trying to do, it won't work, blah blah blah. But you're saying, like, no, I really do need to try this. Otherwise there's going to be something in my space that doesn't come through, that doesn't let my light shine like it deserves to be seen, right? So there's that. Here's our hidden energy. Our King of Wands is our clarifying energy here. Let's get a quick clarification of why we're seeing this particular energy. And you know what's interesting here, guys? There's a lot of fire imagery coming through, which I do like. Again, connecting it to this Palladium card. It's all about your fire. It's all about communicating your wants and your needs, and expressing what to yourself and to others, what it's going to take to cut these cords of fear that will help you move forward. All right. I hope that made sense. Okay. Let's see really quick why we're seeing the star in reverse here. We have the Eight of Swords. So this is in part the reason why we're seeing the star in reverse to start off here is that you put yourself in a bit of a cage mentally, because again, I think you're trying to listen to too many voices, and you've lost sight a little bit of your inner voice. Okay. All it's going to take is knowing that you're safe, knowing that you're protected and moving forward, and that you have the ability to shift your perspective, because Aries, you're not as helpless as you think you are. Okay? You have the ability to reach up and pull and, take your blindfold off, shift your perspective in this situation a little bit. Okay? For Aries, of course you have this. All right? There's that. We also have the Two of Wands. That's the Two of Wands here. You know what? The gates are open anyway. Whatever this situation is, the gates are open, and you don't have to fear the outside world, because even if this comes up, even if this Devil card comes up, you still know that you have the light of your fire and your inner sun, and you're clear about how you're going to go about certain things. So even if even if these outside voices are trying to influence you in some way, the door has always been open. Okay, it's up to you whether you leave your comfort zone or whether you stay where you are. Okay, so there is the Two of Wands. Okay, so let's see what else we're seeing. Why are we seeing our Sun card here? So for our Sun card, we have the Queen of Cups. So the Sun card, with this sense of clarity, there's also, you know what? I think you're tapping into your emotional intelligence here, because there's been certain things that you're feeling that you may have been confused by, especially in this situation. So there's certain things about your emotional intelligence that you've tapped into, and that it's been very much about letting those feelings sit in you, and addressing them closely enough that you understand, like, oh, okay, A, B, and C over here are triggering me. I need to address D, E, and F, and maybe I have G to look at, but that's for another time, right? The sense of emotional intelligence is coming through, because I think you've realized your trigger, and now you're figuring out what's going to be best for you in order to move on. And yeah, you're going to have some choices here, especially if this is in a relationship that you might be building with someone, or if this is long term, if this is a parent, sibling, extended family, friendship in some way, something to do with a relationship here. You know what that looks like. I'm not going to speak for you, Aries. But there will be choices to make, and you may have to navigate a field of grass with plenty of snakes in it, right? But again, going back to this Two of Wands here, the choice is yours. Do you do this work? Do you stay where you are? Okay? You know what's on your heart. You know what's on your heart. Okay? All right. Our Magician card. What's coming up with our Magician card here? Let's see. All right. Magician card. Here we go. Ooh, okay. All right. So we have the Hermit starting to clarify our Magician here. So, yeah, you've had to take some time away to recognize this energy. Okay, this Magician energy. Again, there's something in this situation that has kept you from really going for what you want, because you've lost the sense of your voice and your inner personhood. But now you're kind of coming back to it because you have the Sun. Okay, you're starting to realize the emotions that your triggers are building up in you. Okay, and that's taken a little bit of time to figure out. You've had to do it by yourself, because no one's standing there. No one's standing there with you, or it feels like nobody's standing there with you and trying to spoon feed you information. You've had to really dig deep, okay? And you've had to find your inner light again, okay? And that's something that you have, you've had to work hard at it, okay? Because again, part of this is that you realize no one's going to clarify. No one's going to clarify your triggers for you. Okay. So there's that. You have the Hermit. And you've had the Five of Cups. There's been some disappointing realizations in this. Again, going back to our Lover's card here, I think there's something about a relationship that has come clear, right? Something really hasn't sat right. You've now figured it out, and it's like, oh, okay, well, now I'm badly disappointed. But the hidden blessing, I don't want to say blessing, but the hidden energy of this is that you still have what it takes to move on from whatever these disappointments are, because of the resilience that you've started building for yourself. Okay. You still have not everything is lost. Nothing about the situation you're going through right now is lost. And getting to that castle in the distance, I don't know if you can, if I get it close enough, you can see that. But getting to that castle just beyond the window is, I think it feels more possible now that you've started doing the work. Okay. Still a small issue of you not seeing you still have two upright cups, though. Okay. So again, go back to your Eight of Swords. There's a shift that needs to happen so you can see these Two of Cups. They're not lost. These two cups aren't lost. And actually, really, in truth, I don't believe either of these cups are. Okay? None of these cups are actually lost. Because you can still turn the tipped cups up, right? Okay? Now, you might have spilled whatever liquid was in the cups, but that doesn't mean the cups can't be saved. Okay? So, I hope that helps. I do hope that, basically you can see the way forward, because not only is the light of your personal truth still shining, but you have the capability to keep going forward. Okay? All right. So let's clarify our devil energy. Why are we seeing this devil energy here? Okay. Ooh, King of Pentacles here. Okay. So there's definitely something to do with building certainly financial stability or material stability. But if you have maybe this is a little garden, maybe you're growing your own food, something to do with growing a new garden. Here's how I'm going to put this, though. You've been held back from recognizing your own personal values. And this has happened, this is happening in maybe the recent or distant past. You know what it looks like. But, the value that you bring to a situation, a place, a thing, the values that you innately carry have been shielded from you because of fear, because of doubt, because of whatever filter you're putting up in front of yourself. Now that filter's been taken down, it's like, yeah, I recognize this a little bit more. I'm in a much happier and better place than I thought I was, or I can do things that people didn't think I could do. You're starting to recognize that you're more than you give yourself credit for. You can do more than you say you can. Okay? Let's start. Yeah, okay. Let's go with that. Let's see what else we need to see. Okay. And we have the Four of Wands. So if someone's telling you you can't celebrate the foundations you've built so far, if someone's telling you that you don't have what it takes to create a peaceful, happy, loving place for yourself, I'm sorry, who's saying that now? You have the King of Pentacles. Remember, we're going to get to clarifying him in a minute. You have the King of Wands. So I'm sorry, my friend, but yes, the hell you do. Yes, the hell you do. Okay? Like I said, you are more than capable of getting yourself here. There's still work to be done. There's still some effort you need to put forward. But you know you're capable of it. I think truthfully, you know that it is okay to drop the filter. It's okay to call back your power. It's okay to cut ties with things that have held you back. Okay? You are absolutely capable of building whatever this treasure is. Okay? All right, let's clarify our King of Wands here. Why are we seeing our King of Wands? King of Wands, my friend, here we go. All right, actually, here's what we're going to do. All right, King of Wands is starting to be clarified by Strength. So that's funny that we get the Strength card, because I remember saying very clearly, I remember very clearly saying that the power that you have with this King of Wands card is being enacted in a very controlled, maybe not easy manner, but you're not out of you're not getting out of control with the passions and the inspiration you're having here. Okay, because you're exercising a gentle, calm, I don't even want to say peaceful, but the power that you're putting over yourself, the power that you're moving forward with, it's calm, it's gentle, with respects to opening, getting out of your mental space, it's not being done as forcefully as you might have tried to do in the past. Okay. Yeah, we have the Four of Cups. So in addressing the things that have held you back, you've also started to realize the things that, number one, aren't serving you. Number two, are making you feel less than good. You're being offered so many things, but you also know what's up to your standard. And again, whatever voices you've listened to, you've internalized it, and now it's time that it's the time for you to release them so you can move forward on what is putting you in a good place, and you started to realize what needs releasing. Okay, so there's that. All right, so let's see final word on your reading, Aries, and then we'll move on. If you found this reading helpful, I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for letting me read your cards. But let's see a final word on your message for you, Aries. What do we need to see as a final word for your message? All right. Aries, let's see here. Okay. All right. Okay. So Aries, you still have your Eight of Swords moment. So this is going to be, it's going to be a little bit of work in shifting the perspective you're holding right now. It's, it's okay. You are where you're meant to be right now. And I do strongly feel that you have, even if you don't have everything figured out, who does, first of all, you are on the right track. Okay? You are on the right track. Just please try and keep your eyes on the prize. Because it's close. It's really close. You're close to getting where you want to be. And I know, and I know you'll get there. I know you'll get there. Okay. So there's Aries, or there's the Eight of Swords. You also have the Moon. So follow your gut. Trust your gut. If there's something in if there's something in this situation that you don't like or you don't trust, it's probably not meant for you. It's being offered to you probably as a test. But if someone's saying like, hey, this is good, you might want to pay attention to this. If you know that it isn't going to serve you, peace out. I'm going to go over here. Bye, guys. You have fun over there, right? Trust your gut, okay? And you know what? Know that you're always going to pick up new information. Okay, there's always new lessons to be learned. There's always new information to be integrated into what you're learning right now. That's important. That's great. Don't deny yourself the right to keep learning, especially in this situation, because you will grow. You will grow, and things will change. They always do. But it's always going to benefit you to keep an open mind. All right? Keep an open mind and drop the filter a little bit more. Okay? So there is the Eight of Swords, but we're not there. We're here at our Two of Cups. Okay. So, hidden energy is our Four of Swords. Yeah. Give yourself a break occasionally. Don't let yourself sit with too many negative emotions, because it ain't gonna help you. Okay? Give yourself a break. Okay? And if you're the kind of person to be overly hard on yourself, stop. Just stop. Please stop doing that to yourself, because you're not doing yourself any favors. Okay? There's our Four of Swords. What is that, and what is the orientation? Okay, let me pause, give you a chance to think about it. Okay, so if you're saying that's the Star in the upright, yeah, it is the Star in the upright, because if you can give yourself the chance to absorb all of this information, your true north is going to become very clear. Your guiding star, your personal, your soul mission is going to become very clear. If it wasn't clear already, it will be in a few days. It will be. Okay, I don't want to necessarily put a timeline on it. But yeah, it's definitely going to become clear what you need to do. Okay. Okay. All right, Aries. Thank you for tuning in. I'm going to move on to my Taurus energy here. We're going to do the same routine for each sign. So again, if you know your birth chart, any placements for these signs, let's see how it goes. Taurus, hello, friends. We're here. Fun fact about me, for those who don't know, I am a Taurus sun, so this is going to be an interesting reading for both me and for my Taurus buddies. You know what? If you're cross-watching, or if you watch the whole live, thank you so much for sticking with it. But if you have any, like I said, if you have any of these zodiac placements in your chart, then hopefully this will be helpful for you. Okay? So let's see what we have in terms of our oracle reading for you guys. And we will clarify with some tarot. Okay. Alrighty. Alright, Taurus. My loves, my friends, here we go. We have Unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. Okay. Ooh, that's funny. Ooh, I like that. Okay, we'll explore that in a minute. We also have the full moon in Sagittarius. Look at the bigger picture. Okay. All right. And we have Halo Gold, Dead Sea Salt, Platinum, and Iron. We have enthusiasm, spontaneity, and protection. Okay. So there's what's interesting to me here, okay, is that us Tauruses, we're rooted. We're a fixed sign, first of all. So that means that we're generally very kind of, I'm going to say stuck in our ways because we're Tauruses and we're stubborn and we have a certain way of doing things that is resistant to change. But we're being called to just let it go. There's something in here that's like, let it go. Just let it go. Okay? Because there's a bigger picture message that's coming in, and that is, it's different for us because while we may have heard something like this message coming through before, it's not really sunk in because we haven't let it. Okay, we're too much in our roots. We're too much in our ways to really absorb this change. The fear of that is that if we did let that happen, if we did allow this bigger picture message to come through, we would be literally untethered. We wouldn't know what to do, right? And the reason why I think this protection card is important to see is because first off, we're not alone. None of us are ever alone, whether you believe it or not. Okay. But there is a reason why we're getting this here, because when we release whatever old karmic cycles have been with us here, there's new energy, there's new energy coming in. Okay. The risk for us to feel stuck probably is very real. Okay. And that's why we're getting this releasing card, this Unbound card. Okay. But there'll be a lot of enthusiasm and a lot of spontaneity coming in, and a lot of really cool and important energy is going to start coming through when we give ourselves the chance to really, really believe that. Okay. It's interesting. I feel like that part of this may feel so counterintuitive for some of us. Okay. So we want to feel safe. We just want to feel safe, right? We don't want to feel like we're just a helium balloon launched into the air somewhere. Like that would be nerve-wracking. To me, that would be nerve-wracking, right? I don't want to feel like that. I know that a lot of you might not want to feel like that. But the journey is just starting. There's something new in this journey that's just beginning. And I think it's important that we try to let it happen as organically as we can, so we can pick up the most from where we're going. right? What I mean to say by that is that it's not necessarily about the end goal or the destination. It's about the journey you take to get to that goal, right? And you give yourself the chance to really pause and absorb. That's where we're going to pick up the lessons, I think. Okay. All right. Let's get into our tarot here. I'm going to do something a little bit different for us here. We are going to get hidden and clarifying energy, but we're going to start with doing the basic setup. You'll see it. Bear with me. You'll see it here. Okay, Taurus. So let's see what we have. We have the Eight of Cups. Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. We have the Six of Wands. Okay. And we have the Queen of Wands. Okay. There's a fire under our butts, you guys. And I'm saying fire because this is what element is associated with the Six of Wands here. But even more importantly than that, the fact that we're being called to let go is confirmed by our Eight of Cups here. Okay, because this is turning our backs and moving on from disappointment, moving on from anger, pain, suffering. That's a non-starter anymore. Okay. Now that might have been a tough call, a really tough call to make, because on one hand, where you've been is where you've been trying to build your life and it's where you've been trying to build your life. But now that you're being called to move on, it's like, yeah, I got to make the pivot. I got to move on here. And you've worked on it. You really have worked on it. I know there's been some things that I've had to pivot away from that have given me some of the sads, right? But I'll tell you what, okay? You've made progress. You made progress, and it's being seen. Your efforts are being seen, okay? Yeah, give yourself some credit. Taurus, give yourself some credit. I need to give myself some credit because I certainly wasn't the person I was last year. Certainly not in 2019, certainly not in 2020 or 2021, definitely not in 2022, right? Progress is being made, okay? And things are being seen. Things are definitely being seen. And the fact that this is now giving you new space for, this energy of enthusiasm and spontaneity. This is that energy here. And again, I'm going to confirm it by saying this Queen of Wands is here for this reason. So that these, this protection, this spontaneity, this enthusiasm, those aspects of this journey are being nurtured and being brought forward so you can experience the things you want to manifest. Okay. All right. But those things are only coming forward when you do the releasing, when you do the turning your back and making for a new field. Right. Okay. Let me pause a minute here and get some water. Hydration reminder for you guys if you're joining me. Okay. So let's see what else we need to see here. What else do we need? Okay. What else do we need? Ooh, okay. Okay. So What else do we need to see? All right, we have the Seven of Cups coming through. We have the Empress. Okay, and we have the Ten of Cups. Buddy, pal, my friend, something good is coming through here, but we got to be careful. We really do have to be careful because we have a lot of options on how we're going to do that. We have a lot of things that we're going to do to get to where we want to be, okay? Not everything that's in front of us is going to be good for us. We have to exercise discretion here, okay? Because there is the promise of abundance and good health, happy home, just a lot of really good and blessed things that are coming through. That we do stand the risk of losing if we are too hasty, if we let ourselves get caught up in the glitz and the glamour and the shiny pretty things. Like those things are all great, right? And those things may matter to someone, but right now, if we want the abundance, if we want the transcendence and the happiness and the healthy, love-filled home, right? We need to be careful. Okay, and this is where our rooted, grounded energy is going to come in pretty dang handy. Okay. So let's see what else. What else do we need to know here? Okay, we have the Three of Cups. All right, we have the King of Wands. All right, and we have the Two of Wands. Okay. So what's interesting here, right? What's interesting here is that we're being called to first off enjoy. Again, here's the funny thing about what I'm going to say here. We're being called to enjoy the spontaneous little joys that we have in our lives because, yeah, we've worked for them. I believe that we've worked very hard to achieve them, right? And it's time that we, give ourselves the credit for doing the work. This is part of it. Okay, there have been people on our side that have really wanted for our success, and that's part of what we need to praise and enjoy with them as well. But we also have the King of Wands and the Two of Wands. Okay, so we need to understand here that once again, I think this Two of Wands card energy came out in Aries. There will be choices to make, okay, and the doors are open for us to make them, right? It's up to us to understand what we're feeling and how intensely we're feeling them, and yeah, it's up to us to decide whether we stay comfortable or move forward. Okay. So let's see some hidden energy. Okay. So our hidden energy for this is the Six of Coins, the High Priestess, okay, and the Hermit. So Six of Coins, okay, let's start here with the Hermit and the High Priestess. Okay, there's a path that you're following that can only be understood and known through reflection and deep introspection. Okay, and in this effort, you've worked on finding what lights your fire. Okay, again, I don't think it's any coincidence we're getting the King of Wands here. Okay, because part of this has been that you're working on understanding your King of Wands energy. Okay, this is important. I do think this is important because when you find an understanding of that energy, when you have that understanding, you'll be able to know what you have to give and what you're willing to receive. Okay, this is a card of reciprocity and generosity. So it's not so much about being so fixed in your ideas about things that you lose sight of yourself. Because I feel like that may have been what happened. But it's also learning that you have things to offer just as much as other people do, and it's your job to hopefully remain open and willing enough to see those things as people are open and willing enough to see those things in you. Okay, so that's the Six of Coins. That was our hidden energy. Now let's see some clarifying energy here. We have the King of Swords. Okay, we have the Page of Swords. Interesting. Okay. All right, and we have the Tower. Guys, Taurus, my friends, this is something we don't do very well. I am a Taurus. I might be a cusper because if I were born a day later, I would have been Gemini. That's besides the point here. Change? Nah, I don't want to do it. I don't want to deal with this. If you're under 18, please don't repeat that sign, right? No, I'm not dealing with this change card. Boo. But the energy underneath this, it's for the best. Believe it or not, you could be going through your Tower moment right now, and it's like and I can hear some of you saying, yeah, I'm experiencing change. I don't like it. You're making it seem like it's from the past. Good. This doesn't feel good. What the heck? No, this is not feeling good. I don't like this change. Yeah, I agree. There's been some stuff in my space that have changed very, very suddenly and very drastically, and nope, didn't want to do it. However, I wouldn't be here sitting on this live if it hadn't been for those things. Okay? And the other two cards are the King of Swords and the Page of Swords. Realize here that you have the ability to be authoritative in your thoughts. Okay? You have enough of an identity, enough of an understanding of your personal identity to know how you feel, to know how you see things, to be able to name your emotions, to be able to understand that even if you're feeling some kind of way about this, okay, you may feel anxious and you may feel a little bit unsettled by your Tower moment, but you have authority enough over how you're thinking and what you're feeling to know that even if there are lessons even if there is still something that you need to pick up and analyze and look at, you still have the ability to apply what you learned about channeling your thoughts and what they make you feel. And that's in spite of this change. That's in spite of the rubble crumbling around you, right? Okay. All right. I hope, again, Hope that made sense for you, Taurus. Thank you for being along the ride for my reading here. Because it's getting late for me in my area, I'm gonna start doing some of these really quickly. So the kinds of readings you just saw were a bit of a modification. That last one was a bit of a modification on how I generally read. What I'm going to start doing to get some of them out of the way is to just do single card oracles and single card tarots, just to get some of them out of the way. If there's anybody in the chat that wants to ask a question, please go ahead and do so. I am happy to help where I can. Just please keep it civil. Please keep it civil. If you have anything private that you would like to say, please don't hesitate to message me. But again, please keep it civil. Stuck on that thought. We're going to move on. Gemini, friends, this one is for you. Okay, I saw that one first, so that one's going in. All right. Let's see what we need to see for you. All right. So I hope you guys are doing okay. Also, hydration reminder in there, guys. Cheers. Okay. All right. On the note of new videos, because I'm thinking on the readings I just gave for Aries and Taurus. If you would like to see a standard video, the way I typically give my readings, I have plenty of videos already up on my channel. If you'd like to go watch those, I'm certainly happy for any feedback you may have on those. Case in point, how you'll see them in my standard posted videos are generally how I do my readings. But I thought I would share that fact. And everything, everything is listed that I tend to use. So, yeah, there's that. Okay. Gemini, here we go. For your oracle, we have align your life, what is not aligned or needs to change. Okay. All right. We have the mutable moon. Nothing is yet set in stone. Okay. And we have the feminine legacy, aqua aura quartz. This represents grounding, stress release, and integration. Okay, so something's out of sync, as is suggested by this alignment card here. Okay, and I think some of this is to do with the fact that there are things, they're missing bits and pieces of information. If you've ever looked at a broken mirror, or there's a crack in the mirror and there's bits of loose glass, those things aren't necessarily, like, you're seeing multiple reflections of the same thing, okay? And those pieces are meant to be seen that way for a reason, because they're revealing little bits and pieces that you need for your forward movement. Okay, and I do think it's up to you to put the puzzle pieces together as best as you can. And there might be little chips and things missing from that mirror. but that doesn't mean you don't have enough to gain the insight you need from this work. Okay, and I do have a sense that it will be work. But let's see what else your cards say here. Let's go into our tarot here. We're going to, we're going to treat the first card as the main energy, and then the other two cards I draw are going to be hidden and clarifying. So you have the Knight of Swords. Okay. There's some things that you've been thinking about, some things that you want to potentially take action on. Okay. But again, because it feels like you're missing pieces of information, that thing has been stopped. Okay. That's not comfy cozy. That's not where you want to be. Okay. And I say it that way because you have swords are associated with the element of air. And occasionally when the breeze gets blowing, you feel it, right? You want to move. Okay. You're definitely in a period of desiring to move. But something's not quite aligned, and something's not quite aligned. You may feel like you're missing pieces of information. And I think the fact that this is the Knight of Swords is telling you that it's time to take action on gathering what you need. Okay? So, hidden energy is the Queen of Swords. Take care how you're seeing the situation. Okay? There's your Queen of Swords. You're smart, you're observant, you definitely have a good brain in your head. Okay, you're able to put things together very nicely in a way that makes sense for you. But don't do this so much that you stop being within your heart as well. Your headspace, that's constantly going. You have a lot going on up top. Okay, but you also need to remind yourself that your heart is intuitive. You might think you have stuff on your heart too. And yes, they're connected. I believe the heart and brain are connected. Sometimes they don't sync up very well. Okay, and you have to remember to look at what's on your heart as well as in your head. Okay. All right. You also have the Three of Wands. Please be patient with yourself. Okay. There could be some confusion within your space right now, and I know that's not where you want to be. But at the same time, you have the opportunity of planning something grand, and something very beautiful is going to happen for you. Okay. But it's not going to get there if you don't give yourself the chance, right? Something tells me also be patient and don't rush. Don't rush. You have time. You have the space. It wasn't necessarily given in the reading as a form of confirmation of this, but I believe you do have the resources to do it, because wouldn't that be neat if we got the Magician somewhere in there? You already have the Magician. You don't need a card to confirm that capability. You have that capability. Okay? And you know what? Don't let me tell you that, because I think you already know that. Okay? So, Gemini, that was for you. I hope that helped you. If you enjoyed that, I'd appreciate the thumbs up, but please follow your heart. Let's see what it is we can do for you, Cancer. Cancer, here we go. All right. Yeah, let's draw them all at once. All right, Cancer. Here we go. This one's for you, my friends. Cancer. Sorry. All right. Cancer. Alrighty. So, Cancer. Okay. So, Cancer, for your oracle, we have Keepers of the Earth. You are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. Okay. All right. We have the North Node. Step out of your comfort zone. Okay. North Node. Interesting. Wonder if some of you have your North Node in Cancer. And if you know what I'm talking about, you'll be able to, that's a placement in your chart. If you are going to look up your birth chart, I would recommend using AstroSeek, but also please do your research and find the resource that works best for you. Okay, so North Node. We also have the Indigo and Platinum, intuition, authenticity, and alignment. Okay. So this feels a little bit big, Cancer, because you're being called to step out of a place of comfort, like it says here. All right. And you're being encouraged to do so by whether this is physical people, whether this is people who are, well, I mean to say spirit guides in this one, spiritual team, spirit guides, angels, whatever you want to call it. You're being encouraged to do this work. Okay. And I think you're being encouraged, and I don't think it, I know you're being encouraged to act from a place of authenticity. Okay. Authenticity and also alignment. Okay. Because you know yourself better than anybody else. Okay. And you know that things feel weird. It's okay. A lot of things in this world do. It's a weird, scary place that we live in sometimes, guys. But if you follow your gut, if you follow what's on your mind and what's on your gut, you'll do just fine. I think you'll do just fine. Okay. Because remember, you're not doing this work alone. Okay. So let's see your tarot, Cancer. Oh, Cancer. Yes. I love that you're getting this. Right? Part of your authenticity is knowing that you have the ability to take what you're seeing, take the chaos, take the strange, weird, scary things that you see in the world. And it's not that you're justifying them, but you're like, okay, that's happening. I need to address this. There's this over here. You have the ability to address what you're seeing in a way that is, yes, it's authoritative, but it's done in a way that makes sense for you. Again, this is not justifying what's happening. You're looking at the world and saying, okay, all right, here we go. Okay. So there's the Emperor. Oh my God, Cancer. Yes, I love this for you. Okay. There you go. There you go. There's your hidden energy. There's a lot of light, a lot of clarity, a lot of growth. Okay. Enough said there. That's definitely helping you here. But you're also a lot of this is allowing you to come clear about how you feel in this situation. I think there has been some confusion and there has been some discomfort, um, because I don't think you've given yourself the chance to necessarily get into the depth of how you feel. Okay, it's always been like, oh, I'm feeling anxious. Okay, but I have to move on now. Like, you never given yourself the chance to be like, oh yeah, I'm feeling anxious. So what do we do with it, right? Um, it's always, now that you're allowing yourself to feel your feelings and to understand them, and that's helping you compartmentalize the fact that you're being called out of your comfort zone. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. So Leo, we're moving on to you, my friend. I'm gonna take another water break here. Here's one for you guys. Okay, Leo. Let's see some cards for you, my friends. Well, yeah, that tracks. Okay. Leo, we're going to start with your oracles. Here we go, Leo. Okay. So to start for you, Leo, we have boundaries. This is asking us to think about where you need to establish better boundaries. Okay. We excuse me. Okay. Boundaries. We have the full moon. This is calling you to surrender to the divine. Okay. And we also have the bliss embodied, which represents ease, lightness, and tranquility. I think you need to be with yourself a little bit right now. Okay. And I'm getting here because you're being asked about your boundaries, and what it is that you're willing to give, who it is that you're willing to let in, what kind of energies you want around you right now. And this is going to help you discover things about yourself, how you experience happiness, how you experience peace, what it is that you need to do in order to really understand what ease and lightness and tranquility mean to you in your life. Okay. That is, yeah, that is going to come from surrendering. Yeah, it's going to come from a place of surrender. Okay. So let's see some tarot. What is it that we need to see here? Okay. Okay. Leo, my friends. Okay. Okay. So for your tarot, Leo, we have the World. Okay. So there's some energy that's rounding out. It's old, it's completed, it's depleted. let's be real. Something about the energy here is not what it used to be. Okay, because it's good. It's over. It can be cleared, right? Okay. I think that's a lion right there. This is kind of hard to see because it's kind of it's a stylized depiction of the card here. But this energy is releasing itself so it can allow for a new phase of energy to come in, which I think is that's cool, and I think it's been desperately needed, and maybe not desperately, but it's certainly going to be a welcome change when it happens for you. Okay. As for the hidden energy here, we have the star, okay, which indicates that you're definitely looking for a way of navigating this new energy to come in for you, okay. But there's certainly a lot of responsibility that's being attached with it right now, and that's something that might not have been you might not have been entirely ready for it, but that change, that turnover is here, okay. And it's time to let go for a little bit and just let yourself be chill. Let yourself be chill so you can experience the change that you need to experience. Okay. All right, Virgo, my friends, hello. This is another earth sign, so hi, my earth signs. We're getting to you. All right, Virgo, let's see some cards for you. Okay. Whew. Virgo. What you got, my friends? Okay. So to start, let's start with your oracle. I'm already in it. To start with your oracle here, we have Sisterhood of the Rose. This represents beauty and devotion, priestess, mystic, or teacher. Okay. Let me just start by saying that I'm kind of hung up on the teacher aspect, but I'll explain why in a minute. So there's Sisterhood of the Rose. We have the Blue Moon, believe in the impossible. Okay. And we have the healing generational patterns, which represents leadership, action, and stamina. Okay. So the reason I'm getting hung up on this teacher aspect is because I'm actually personally related to a Virgo who is a retired professor. Part of their job was teaching and being a lecturer. There's something about this energy here that's trying to get you out of your facts-based perspective, okay? And I'm saying it that way because we have this believing in the impossible card. So I'm like this too. I love a good fact. I love me some trivia here. But sometimes facts and reality don't jive, right? In specific, and I'm putting it that way because this person primarily did a lot of scientific research, and his research has had an impact in the wider world. So that's pretty cool, and I'm very proud of them for doing that. But it's a lot of facts. They've dealt with a lot of facts in their career. And if that sounds like you, if you're very facts-based, show me the proof kind of person, sometimes that proof is going to be weirder than what you were hoping. Okay. And this is where believing the impossible or expecting the unexpected might actually benefit you. Okay, because it's going to show you where you could step up and take action a little bit better. Okay. And it's possibly going to show you where what kinds of things you could stand to learn as well. I think the best leaders are students themselves. Okay, they're constantly learning, constantly picking up new information. And if this is a matter of believing the impossible and expecting the unexpected, what's going to happen? I'd love to see that in the cards, but let's see what we need to see for you guys. Okay? Let's see. Okay, Virgo. All right. Virgo. Here we go. Okay, Virgo. Let's look at your tarot here. Alrighty. We have the Two of Wands. Okay. So this unexpected thing you might see the gates as being closed. Okay. But that unexpected, that little gush of breeze might just pop the lock open and it's like, oh, wait a minute. Okay, that was closed before, but now it's not. There's no way that should have happened, but it did. So the gates are open and the world's your oyster. Okay? Here's what I'm saying about expect the unexpected. Anything can happen. Anything's a possibility. What if you went out there and collected some data? Did some observing? Like, I'm excited for you. You're going to have to catch up with me and let me know what you figured out because, yeah, the gates are open. Here's the thing, though. I'm saying all of this. It's your choice. If you're not ready to go yet, you're not ready to go. That's all good. Okay? Yeah, but I think the impossible just happened because this door is now open. Okay? So there's the Two of Wands. Okay, we have the Hanged Man. Yeah, we have the Hanged Man. So, again, you're facts-based. You're very, very much, if I see it, I'll believe it. But sometimes the things you see, like I said, it's a little bit weirder than you might expect. And sometimes you're just going to have to let that be, right? You don't, getting hung up on the little details. That might serve for some situations, but in this case, no, I don't think it's going to help you to do that. Yeah, it's not going to help you to do that, for sure. Okay. Yeah, okay. And you also have Justice here, which suggests that there's an element of balance that you need to bring into this, because while I guess the fear of being complacent versus the fear of being over involved, that's interesting. That's coming into play. I think what that effort is going to look like in terms of letting yourself just expect expect the unexpected is really all I can say for you. Okay. I'm sure I could say more, but it'd beat your reading into the rug, and I don't want to do that. So, yeah, expect the unexpected, and bring a balance into your fact finding, because I think, again, I know you'll learn a lot about the situation you find yourself in. Okay. Libra. This is for you, my friends. All right, Libra. Let's see what you gotta see. Yeah. Let's see what you need to see, okay? Okay. For your oracle, Libra, I'm going to start with the Council of Light, which represents divine orchestration and helpers in the subtle realms. Okay. All right. We have the new moon. A new start is coming. Ooh, I like it. I like it. There's that. And we also have Phoenixite, which represents the light of the soul. Okay. So there's been something here that has kept you, I guess, a little bit stuck. And that hasn't necessarily felt good, but it's been for your benefit, because there's something that you've had to heal from, and there's something you've had to let your candle burn down a little bit. Okay. And I'm getting the image of a candle that doesn't necessarily melt in on itself, like it just burns down the center of the wax. That's kind of what I'm getting here. So even though your candle is still lit, it's burned down into the middle of the candle enough that the light is still coming through, but it's still, it feels dim, and it's not as bright as it used to be. Well, that is changing, okay? And I'm saying that because you have this new start coming here, okay? It's a new start for a reason, because it hasn't happened for you yet, and it's meant to happen for you, because again, we have this divine orchestration card. You're in the place that you've been called to be, even if you don't recognize what that place is. You are in the right place at the right time for this to happen for you. Okay, because what you're starting to notice is that your candle is being redipped, right? You're starting to see, like, she feels different. It's new. It might not, it's new. Your light, you're starting to develop a new candle, right? And you're starting to develop a new candle, okay? And the reason for this is, again, because you're in the right place at the right time, and you have people loving you and helping you. Yes, this may be physical, but this is also, I think this is more metaphysical and possibly esoteric here. But it is, right place, right time. Your candle is being redipped. The wick is fresh, and your light's coming back through. Your light's ready to come back through. All right. So let's see your tarot, Libra. What do we need to see here? Okay. All right. So we're starting with the Four of Coins. Okay. Again, think this is like the fourth time I've said this for your reading, Libra. You are in the right place at the right time, but you're not. You run the risk of being unreceptive, okay? Because you're holding on to something very tightly, very, very tightly. And the risk with this is that you're gonna miss your opportunity, okay? Yeah, you're gonna miss the opportunity to do that. I don't know if you saw the light flicker, but I'm taking that as confirmation, okay? Give yourself the chance to open up, okay? Please don't be afraid of, don't be afraid of this, because you have so many good, wonderful things coming in, okay? So that's to start our, okay. Oh, I love that. Okay, we have the Three of Cups as the hidden energy. And look what's in there. Those are candles. Remember the metaphor I used with your oracle here. You have a support system behind you that is so excited for you, because you've waited for this Libra energy to come in for you. It's here. It's ready. And it's ready for you to open up and let it in. Because that's all you have to do. Okay? All right? Now, you have a support system, but you're also going to feel like it's a lot on your plate. You have a lot of juggling to do. It's weird. Why? Okay? You're here. You're ready. Open up and let go. And the ground may feel rocky and strange, but you're gonna have help in keeping your plate spinning. Okay. All right. So Libra, that was for you, my friends. Scorpio, hello. Let's see what we got for you, Scorpio. Okay. All right. We have another card coming out. All right. So, Scorpio, to start with, I have the Star Mother, which is asking how you can mother yourself. Okay. The Star Mother. We have the full moon in Gemini. Perfect. The answers you need are coming. Okay. And we have the Universal Mother, which represents nurturing, support, and steadiness. Scorpio, how are you caring for yourself? What's your self-care routine like? What are you doing for yourself right here and now? Okay. The reason I'm asking you that is because you have a lot of there's a lot of confusion and a lot of stress and a lot of nervous energy that's kind of swirling about you, because some information you might need is missing, and it isn't necessarily coming clear like you thought it would. Okay, there's that. I think there might also be the sense of being emotionally really rough on yourself when you don't need to be. Okay. Again, how are you taking care of yourself? Right? if that's the information you're missing, I think maybe giving yourself the chance to pause and let yourself really reflect, that's going to give you some answers you're looking for. Okay. So there you go. To start off with, Scorpio, my friends. Oh man, let's see your tarot, please. What do we need to see for our Scorpio sign here? Okay. Okay. All right, Scorpio. Let's see what we got to see here. Okay, Wheel of Fortune. So we're starting here with your Wheel of Fortune here. So you're on the cycle. I feel like you're in recovery from something here, whether it's emotional, physical, a spiritual recovery of some sort, which is interesting. I like that I'm saying that. Okay. Now you've been in a high, okay, but you felt really good. There's something that knocked you down a little bit, and that's why we're getting these mothering energies coming through. Okay. You're encouraged to take care of yourself right now because eventually you're going to come back up. Okay. You're going to find yourself on the up climb again. Okay. Now this may take a little bit of work, whatever this is, but you have what it takes. Okay. All right. So there's your Wheel of Fortune. Okay. And you have the Hierophant. Okay, as well as the Devil, but let's address this in a minute. So you have the Hierophant here, because I feel the need to encourage you to not forget who you are, and what is within your sense of rightness and completeness as a human. Okay. Now this whatever it is that knocked you off the top, that is what it is, and you have the ability to tap into who you are to really address why you're why you're low and coming back up again. Okay. What is it that knocked you off? Because like I said, that is what it is. That's a trigger that you could look at. Probably should look at it. Although don't let me tell you what to do, please. But please know that you have values, morals, a system of beliefs that will allow you to get on the upswing here. And don't let what knocked you off hold you back. Okay. Yeah. All right. We'll leave it there. Scorpio. Sagittarius. Oh, God. I have to sneeze. Okay. Sagittarius. Let's see what is going on for you. Sagittarius here. All right. All right, Sagittarius, here we go. Okay. So to start with your oracles, okay, you're being called to get grounded, which represents empaths, highly sensitive people, and connecting with nature. Okay. We have the full moon in Leo. Don't let pride get in your way. Okay. And we have soulmate alchemy, which represents embracing loving presence. Okay. All right. So, yeah, there's something in here that has you feeling untethered a little bit. And it's making you feel, I feel like this is at the point where it's making you feel like you can't ask for help, or that you have to kind of tough it out by yourself. Okay. The fact of the matter is that you really don't, and you probably really shouldn't, because there's, I feel like there's a sense of getting close to burnout with whatever this is. I feel like this is probably an intense emotional burnout rather than physical or, yeah, I'm going to leave it at physical, because I think, emotional and mental burnout are deeply connected. There is someone here who very much cares about you and wants the best for you. And I feel like that's the person you should probably be asking for this help. Okay. And I say that because, you're being asked to like actually do the thing. Don't try and tough this out by yourself, because you're not going to do particularly well with it. Yeah, you know what? I don't want to say that. Let me take that back. Because you're being called to get grounded. Okay? And there is someone who wants that for you, who wants you to see you at your best. This person is probably the kind of person who's fiercely loyal, who will have your back at your worst, who will have your back at your best, who just wants you to succeed. Okay. And there's no, there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to go to them and ask them for some perspective, some help, whatever it is you need to make forward progress. Okay. And I think that might help you ground yourself a little bit easier, because whatever it is that you're going through right now may have you feeling a little bit out of sync, right? So, what is your tarot saying for you right now, Sagittarius? All right, Sagittarius. What do we need to see, please? Okay. All right, Sagittarius, here we go. Okay, we have the Ten of Swords. So, yikes. I mean, ow. Something has really caused you to feel pain. All right, and this is not something anybody wants to sit with, but I feel like you're the kind of person that will not let it rest. Okay, because this hurts. This really fucking hurts. Okay, and I apologize for swearing, but it's late and I'm exhausted, so bear with me here. This energy, this negativity, it's backstabbed you. It's had it's had a knife at your throat and a knife at your back. Okay, and the final card, whatever this energy is, if this is a person, they've showed the last card in their hand, and it's over. Unfortunately and sadly, this energy, this interaction, this thing that has caused you pain has done so because it's cut the tie, and it's cut it really painfully, right? Yeah, there's that. So honestly, I'm kind of sorry to see this, because I feel like you're the person that cares, that cares a lot about the people in your life. Okay, and a reminder, this is for Sagittarius. You're the kind of person that just cares, that gives everything to the people they care about. And when someone hurts you, it hurts bad, right? Let's see what else though. Okay. We have I'm going to have to look this. I'm going to say this is the sun. I could be wrong. I think this is the sun. I don't think this is the sun though. I'm saying it's the sun. Whatever. There is some clarity coming through. You know what? For those of you watching in playback, I'm going to clarify this card. I do have to look this card up because the meaning isn't coming to me right now. However, there is some clarity coming through, because in spite of how bad you feel right now, the asking to get grounded, the asking for help, it's all bringing things back into clarity and balance. Okay. There are things that are, there are things that are coming clear and getting back into balance for you, even after how painful this Ten of Swords experience has been. Okay. All right, Sagittarius. I am sorry to see that Ten of Swords card come out for you, but you're a fire sign. You're a fire sign, and I'm saying that for a reason, because you are very bright and very passionate and very powerful. You are powerful, believe it or not. Okay. Believe it or not, you are much stronger than you give yourself credit for sometimes. Okay. So let's see what it is we can do for you, Aquarius. All right, Aquarius, let's see what we got for you, my friend. All right. So, Aquarius, to start with your oracle here, we have yes. This is asking us to just say yes. Okay, Aquarius, here we go. We have the full moon eclipse. Conclusions are within reach. Okay. All right, Aquarius. You also have the citrine and the aqua aura quartz, which represents confidence, self-esteem, and expansion. Oh my. Okay. So there's a situation that you're being presented with right now that is giving you a lot of options, okay? And I think you've honed in on one that looks particularly, that looks serviceable for your energy. It's giving you the right vibes. It's putting you in a place where you can feel confident to say yes to it, okay? Now, there's definitely been some things up in the air. There's been some things up in the air. You haven't necessarily come to the answers easily, but you've come to a point where you're starting to see things line up, okay? And that's given you a boost of confidence, and that's given you a way of tapping into that self-esteem, right? Ooh, I like this. I like seeing that for you, Aquarius. That's cool. I like that we got that. So whatever new situation may be coming into your space, You have the confidence to, number one, decide for yourself if that's something you want to do. But you are being encouraged to say yes to it. Okay, because I think there will be some incredibly cool things coming on the other side of that. Okay. All right, Aquarius. Let's see what your tarot says on the matter. Okay. Oh, what did I tell you? The 10 of Coins. There's some really cool things with your abundance. Maybe this is financially or materials. Something good is happening because you've worked really hard to figure this aspect out for yourself. Okay. Yeah, I like seeing it. I'm very, very happy we got this here. Okay. All right. And I'm happy about it because you are able to, you're at the point now where you're able to take care of yourself, your loved ones, your friends, family, connections. You're able to take care of yourself without feeling depleted at the end of that interaction. Okay. For your hidden energy, you have the Ace of Pentacles. So there's always new options coming in, especially where it comes to wealth management, building finances, things like that. But I like using this metaphor of growing a garden, that it's definitely coming back around, and you have to plant new seeds, but it's never that's never a bad thing because you have what it takes to tend the garden, because you got yourself here. Okay, so there's that. There's the Ace of Pentacles, and we have the Five of Cups. So even if things don't go to plan, even if things fail, it's never, if you don't learn the lesson, that's how it's truly a fail. But even if it doesn't work and you see the lesson and why, that's still, I think that's still a partial success, even if you don't get the results you're looking for. Okay. Good things coming to you, my friend. Let's see what it is our dear Pisces needs to see. Here we go. I'm excited to be here. So let's see what we need to see here. Okay, Pisces, this one is for you. Oh, okay. All right. We have the Pleiades, which represents a double mission of channeling and uplifting humanity. Okay. Here's the Pleiades. Okay. We have the new moon in Aries. Okay. New moon in Aries. It's time to take action. All right. And in Aries, and we have the elemental balance, which represents harmony, contentedness. Contentedness may come into this, but the word I wanted was centeredness and reverence. I'm doing this too long, you guys. All right. So there's that. Okay. So Pisces, your mission is to be present with humanity, to be present with your loved ones, people around you, right? And you want them to be okay. I would hope you want yourself to be okay. All right. But there's something here that you have wanted to do that you now need to take action on. Okay. And it's been in the works for a while. It's been in the works for a while. Now it's time to take action. And you're going to need to come from a place of being centered and rooted and very much within your sense of harmony with yourself. Okay. Now, fun fact about me, I'm a Pisces moon, so I get very about emotional and deeply passionate about doing certain things. Okay. So, if that's you, maybe putting that emotional feeling or the emotions you're feeling in towards that mission. Okay. Um, Now let's see what it is we need to see for your tarot, Pisces. To start here, we have the Knave of Coins, which is, that's another way of saying it, the Page of Coins here. So there's some lessons still left to be learned, specifically about growth, possibly in finances, but certainly growing new things that are going to see pay off in some way. I hope that's a good way of applying that meaning here. And I think in order to do that, okay, we need to realize our capabilities again. We absolutely have what it takes. Okay? If your mission is to channel and uplift humanity, and you're not sure of how to do it or you doubt that you can, stop it. Just stop, Pisces. You got this. You're good. And I am not in any way dismissing that. Um, Not in any way dismissing that, because if you need a cheerleader, I'll be it. I'll do it. I'm in your corner. You got this. Um, and you also have innate capabilities, um, because it's going to be hard work. It's going to be some effort. It's going to take time. Um, but this task, this thing means so much to you because you just want everybody to be okay. And doing the work you need to do for yourself, for others, that takes a bit. That takes a bit of work. But I think it's meaningful for you. I know it's meaningful for you, because that's something you're willing to put in the time and the effort for it to succeed. Okay. That was all 12 signs, guys. Thank you for sticking with me. If you guys enjoyed that reading, if you guys want to see more readings like that, I am going to do my best to figure out a method for reading those a lot faster, because there's certainly no way I'm going to be able to do my standard reading for all 12 of those signs. But please know that I'm open to feedback. I'm open to questions, comments, concerns, anything you guys want to get in touch with. Please let me know. The comments are open for this when it goes into playback, and I'm going to make sure that I correct myself on that one card. That's mildly embarrassing. But in that case, I'm going to call it quits for this live stream. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate you guys being here so much. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. I love everybody. I love you guys. Yeah, I'll see you guys very soon. And in the meantime, stay safe. Bye, everybody. 2 hours later.